rapper Lil Durk after being arrested overnight in Florida, authorities said. The Chicago-based rapper had just over the weekend for a birthday bash event. Now, jail records show he was arrested by U.S. Marshals between late Thursday and early Friday. So what happened? Why was Lil Durk arrested? The arrest of the rapper, whose real name is Devontay Banks, was made in Broward County, Florida, for charges associated with a murder-for-hire plot. According to the Broward County Sheriff's Office, Banks was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals and held at our facility. He has since been released into their custody. The Sheriff's Office said Banks' charges of murder for hire come as 5 members of the Chicago-based Only the Family crew, or OTF, which Banks has associations with, were indicted as co-conspirators in a murder-for-hire plot in Los Angeles, California. It wasn't immediately clear if Banks' arrest was connected to that case, however. What to know about the OTF indictment? According to the indictment, the men allegedly put hit out on rapper Quando Rondo in retaliation for the shooting death of another Chicago rapper, King Von, who was part of OTF and collaborated with Lil Durk on music. The grand jury charges OTF members Kevin London Grant, known as Cuz, or Vonnie, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, known as Didi, Asa Houston, known as Boogie, and 5 unnamed conspirators, as well as Keith Jones, known as Flacca, and David Brian Lindsay, known as Brown Eyes, who are described as members of other gangs in Chicago. According to the indictment, on November 6, 2020, an OTF member described only as DB was in a physical altercation with TB at a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia. During the fight, an associate of TB pulled out a gun and shot DB multiple times, killing him. While authorities did not name DB in the indictment, rapper King Von, whose real name was Davon Bennett, was killed on that same date. Another man, 34-year-old Mark Blakely, was also killed in the shootout and 4 others were injured, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. After DB's murder, someone described as co-conspirator 1-inch used coded language to make clear that they would pay a bounty or monetary reward, and or make payment to anyone who took part in killing TB for his role in DB's murder. Then, on August 18, 2022, upon learning that TB was staying at a Los Angeles hotel, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, Houston, Grant and co-conspirator 2 traveled to California from Illinois to track, stalk, and attempt to kill TB by gunfire, including with a fully automatic firearm. The men tracked TB's black Escalade to a gas station on Beverly Boulevard and fired multiple rounds into the SUV, resulting in the death of SR, a passenger in TB's vehicle, the documents said. The indictment for the 5 men is on charges of conspiracy and the use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, use, carry and discharge of firearms and machine gun, possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death, possession of a machine gun and criminal forfeiture. The documents said Wilson paid the bounty reward to the co-conspirators. It's not immediately clear if the men have retained attorneys. Who is Lil Durk? Banks, who was born and raised in Chicago, got his start on YouTube and MySpace, with his debut studio album, Remember My Name, released in 2015, making it to number 14 on the Billboard 200. He has done collaborations with artists like Drake and J. Cole and has received multiple Grammy nominations, including one for Best Rap Song and Best Melodic Rap Performance. Banks had previously faced charges in connection with an Atlanta shooting, but those charges were dropped in 2022. In September, he celebrated his cleared record on social media. My background wiped and clean of all cases. I ain't a felon anymore. Who would have thought? I want to thank everyone who helped push my vision forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Banks wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Banks, 32, is also being sued by the mother of slain Chicago rapper, FBG Duck, who claims Banks and his record label profited off the 2020 shooting death of Duck.